Alright guys, so this is going to be a little bit of a different video, and it's going to be a little bit weird because I didn't really ever expect to have to make this kind of video. Um, Nothing terribly bad has happened or anything like that, but there's a few things that I do need to kind of discuss with you guys a little bit. So I I was recording my last video, which you guys will probably see this video before the next the actual video comes out. Um, but after before recording videos, I always close the window behind me for obvious reasons. Um, and afterwards when I'm done, I open the window to put my AC back in because usually I'm a little bit sweaty from doing things like Super Sluggers or Mario Kart or whatever it be. So this time around, after the video was recorded, I opened my window as usual. And person from across the way said, "You guys, like your guys is fighting," and she wasn't rude or anything like that, but she was like, "Your guys is fighting is too loud." And I didn't talk or anything like that just because I didn't know how to respond. I don't usually like confrontation and things like that. So, but yeah, so I thought I was just going to ignore it. And I was like, okay, cool. Well, I'm just going to get another noise complaint. And then, that's how it goes, whatever, I guess. But obviously I try to avoid that as much as possible. And I don't want that to happen. But I then, in the process of being like, okay, I'm just going to ignore it, I got a knock on my door from the neighbor underneath me. Um, and it, and I don't know, I try not to get too emotional and stuff like that, but certain things affect me. I'm human and I have a lot of mental stuff that I deal with. And hearing that, you can cause stuff to somebody else, it gets to you a little bit. So I apologize if I get a little bit emotional during the recording of this video. But anyways, so I get a knock on the door and it's a note, and I'm not gonna read it for privacy reasons and stuff like that. But on the note, it basically said that um, that the screaming and stuff like that is causing PTSD to certain people, especially to the person underneath me, and that they can't sleep at night certain times and all that. So you know I like I said, I deal with mental health stuff all the time, personally. And having been in a situation with my ex, as you guys probably know at this point if you guys follow the channel, um, caused a bit of mental stress on your boy Pepe. Um, and I don't want to ever be the person to cause that to somebody else. And it really affected me because I didn't try to do that, and it sucks because I caused that to somebody. And the note goes deeper, in depth and stuff like that. Um I'm sorry if I'm kind of crying a little bit, but um yeah, the note goes more in depth about certain stuff like, hard to sleep and all that. And I tried to do some damage control, so I went outside and I tried to knock on her door, but she wouldn't answer. She was inside. I saw her inside, but she wouldn't answer the door. And I completely understand, And so after that, then I'm gonna write a note to her, obviously. But after that, I went upstairs to the neighbor that said that our fighting is too loud or whatever. It's just me in my apartment. It's just that I yell, to at random make believe characters, and record it to YouTube. Um, so I went up to her door and I knocked and she answered. And I said, "Hey, were you the one that said that?" Because I didn't see her when she initially told me. And I was like, "Hey, were you the one that said that?" And then she was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "I just want to apologize as much as I can. Like, I'm sorry. I didn't know I was being that loud and stuff." And I told her, I was like, "Hey, I don't live with anybody here or anything like that." Um, it's and I had to explain. I was like, "Hey, I do YouTube stuff, so because of that, I yell basically to myself and I record it, as dumb as that sounds, but that was the best way to explain the situation." Um, so I told her that, and then she was like, "Oh, it's I understand now, but it makes a little bit more sense now." But she was like, but it was triggering my PTSD, her PTSD and stuff like that, and I told her, I was like, you know, I apologize having going through mental stuff myself. I completely understand. And, you know, and I'm so sorry. Like, I didn't mean to cause that. And I know it probably sounds like I'm being a little bit of a wuss right now, and it's not that big of a thing, but it affects me personally. So, you know, it's something that I hold near and dear to myself, and my morals are maybe different than yours, and I might take a little bit more of an impact to certain things than maybe you guys will. But unfortunately, this affected me quite a bit because, like I said, I never want to be the one causing somebody, you know, emotional pain of any kind. Um, and yeah, so in lieu to that, the videos that are coming out after this next one coming up are going to be probably a little bit more toned down, if not completely toned down. Old Pepe is still here and everything like that, but you know, unfortunately, I live in an apartment complex, which beforehand I didn't care too much about, and I am an adult, and I need to make adult decisions rather than, you know, trying to make decisions based on trying to push my channel and stuff like that. And if you guys do want to unsubscribe because of that, that is completely up to you, and I completely understand. But you know, it's something that I hold as you know, something I hold close to me is, you know, mental health and stuff like that. And as I mean, as you guys know, even if I didn't tell you right now, you guys know I struggle with mental health stuff. And yeah, I know I sound like a broken record, but I don't want to cause that to people, and I'm not going to be doing that any further. So the screaming will probably be toned down after this next video. So again, like I said, if you guys want to unsubscribe, that is completely your choice, and I completely understand. But until, you know, I can live on my own or in a house at some point in time, I can't keep going the way I'm going and screaming the way I'm screaming and everything, you know. So a lot of stuff is going to change on the channel, and I just wanted to inform you guys about that. And I got a lot of sorry letters to write, you know. So yeah, sorry if this is kind of a letdown for a video. I know it's probably not the video you guys expected, um, but I hope you guys do understand. And yeah, so um, I don't really know how to end these kind of things because, like I said, I didn't think I'd ever have to do that, and I don't think I've ever cried on camera before. So you guys are gonna see a part of me that you guys never seen. So yeah, I appreciate you guys. If you guys do stick around, I appreciate you guys. There's, like I said, there's gonna be a lot of changes. There might be a break in content, because I do have to reformat the way that I record things and how I, um, you know, how I act, and I do have to, you know, I hope you guys do understand, but I do have to act like an adult to a certain extent and be wary of the people around me. And yeah, so, you know, I know I have this up here as a funny meme joke, you know, haha, but once you get a note telling you that you cause mental harm to people, that changes a lot of things, you know. So hope you guys understand, but I completely understand if you guys don't. Opinions are opinions, and I cannot change or help that. So, but yeah, so I love you guys. You guys, again, are the best, and those of you that do stick around are also amazing, and I love you guys. So hopefully the next video that comes out will be a little bit more well, the next video that comes out is going to be me screaming, but that video is the one where I opened my window afterwards and got the complaint. So but after that is going to be reformatted videos and stuff like that. So I appreciate you guys, and I will see you in the next video. See ya.